So what I want to do in our time here is to let people see the heart of Brian Welch. I think maybe your the name Head has been a part of your famous name, but to me, what has made you famous since I met you is I saw your heart, and I saw all kind of things that are in your story. I sort of saw in between the lines, and what was in between the lines constantly was your big, very big heart. So I want to thank you for that. And
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And I want to bring out, there's Loud, Crazy Love. Well, I want to bring out something that's different than the loud, and that's this quietness that I see in you that's very, very admirable. So before we go there, let's get loud and let's watch this Loud, Crazy Love clip. And this is Brian, in case you didn't know.
I just looked up and I just said, Father, I can't pray when I'm on drugs. Do anything you want to my life. How do I pay a phone bill?
How can you change so suddenly?
How do I know this is real? I have to be afraid.
He's like, Jennea, I'm quitting Korn. I'm gonna stay home. And I'm like, wait, is that even allowed?
I was devastated. God's telling me to do this, and God's telling me, I'm like...
That was an act of love for himself and his daughter.
But I immediately started making bad choices.
He had been physical, punching holes in walls.
She just couldn't connect with anybody.
I assumed things were gonna be different.
People offered her drugs and like, dang it!
I got physical, I flipped tables.
I can't control my rage, I'm stressed out.
I just wanted someone to realize I'm hurting.
She says, I cut myself because of you.
And I said, I hate you. You're a whore.
I gave up everything for you.
My daddy was a rock and roll.
Everybody that doesn't live their life like this, that's who's crazy.
My daddy was a rock and roll.
Well, yeah. So Loud, Crazy Love. What I'm the want to be the first one in line for Loud. I like Loud. I think just out of respect, before we go into the quiet part, I just want to acknowledge you for your loud love for your daughter. I want to acknowledge you for your very loud love for Jesus and standing in your faith, no matter what context you're put in. And I thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot about you.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. I'm wired like that. I feel like I'm out of the box. I'm not trying to be nobody. Yeah. I'm just trying to be myself, but yeah, I don't know. I just, from day one, I'm like, when I met Christ, and I was like, everything needs to change. Mm. I need to be like, I need to figure out who I am and not be ashamed of that. And so once I knew I was going to be a follower of Christ, like a full on, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to be very outspoken about it, and trying to navigate that in a way to where at first I was obnoxious with it, because that's what happens to new Christians a lot. And then, more of a balanced approach where, you lead with love. Yeah. And then I wanted to be a very present father now that Christ is in my life. So I was able to, because there's no way before Jesus that I would have the strength to leave the band. Yeah. Even for my kid, it's just like
just hit some peak. Yeah. There's 25 million something on the dollars on the table, and it's just at that spot where you walked away because a different.
I almost ruined their deal. They got we got I think it's $23 million, and in 2003-ish, they started talking about that deal. And that's when I met Jesus, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to leave it and be home with my kids. So it just was it was supernatural. He did a work in me where I needed, it was like my chance to break that idol. Money was an idol, And, not that I was broke until 2 years later, I went broke, but when I left, it was like a declaration to God in the spirit world. Like, no, I choose God and my daughter over that money and the fame.